Hello SUMC, Rob here, reporting in from one of SUMC Music's workspaces with some more thoughts and another friendly check-in to continue to hope you're safe and well and to encourage you to stay in touch. Happy Thanksgiving! And in that spirit, I offer a wee confession. I missed a choir rehearsal a week ago last night. You'll see where this is going when we get there. I wasn't sick or injured or anything like that. I needed to attend to a thing or two on Thursday night so I could then get on the road early Friday and drive south about 6 hours so as to be present for an event that, well, only happens once. It wasn't a funeral or a wedding. It was a retirement party of sorts, one in which the band they hired for the gig was about 300 people, and it was a party so big they had to hold the event at a football stadium. From time to time, I have spoken in this video space about my college band, Frolicking. My senior year at UMass, I got to be one of the drum majors, and one of the other two drum majors was my friend Heidi, who, after graduation, lit right out into the world of music education. High school band director for 4 years, assistant director of athletic bands at Temple University for 3 years, and then she got hired as a professor of music and the athletic band director at the University of Delaware, where she's been ever since. She's retiring at the end of this year after 29 years at Delaware, and last Saturday was her final regular season home football game at the helm of the Fightin' Blue Hen Marching Band. So, in such a case, you do what friends do, and in fact what a real lot of her friends did last weekend, you show up. There were people there with whom we marched in the mid-1980s, there were people with whom we've both taught at the Summer Drum Major Clinic, there were all kinds of Venn diagram circles intersecting at the corner of Route 896 and Route 4 in Newark, Delaware. The specific details of the day I can describe some other time, except to say that as I jumped into my car after the post-game show was over and began the drive back to Massachusetts, because as I explained to people who thought it would be more reasonable to stay in Delaware overnight and drive back home Sunday morning, and it would have, was that, well, the church gig awaits both in the morning and the afternoon. As I began the drive north, all I could think was that Friday and Saturday were everything they were cracked up to be. As whirlwind vacations go, this one was grand. Not a thing went wrong. Everything went right, and we properly appreciated and in a couple of moments surprised the guest of honor. The memories that we all made last weekend will last me, well, a lifetime. And I got home well in time to get a decent night's sleep and attend to the Sunday morning worship and Sunday afternoon's interfaith Thanksgiving service. Here's where my confession makes sense in a Thanksgiving context. The reason I was able to do all that, to basically skip out on rehearsal during the run-up to Advent Cantata Sunday and the Christmas season and, a job I'm paid to do, is that SUMC funds 2 music staff positions, which not every church does. In fact, most churches around here only have 1 musician on call. And also, SUMC's other church musician happens to be Kevin, with whom I go back 40 years, and statistically, it's probable that we've covered each other in similar situations in about equal measure. Which is effectively what Kevin said to me when I meekly wondered if I could abandon him last Thursday night while I went off to see the nephew Kieran drum quite professionally in the pit orchestra for Wayland High School's SpongeBob musical so that I could then go off and frolic at a gosh darn football game. This couldn't happen just anywhere with just any church musician. I do not take it for granted. I always appreciate the generosity of this congregation's pledge dollars at work, supporting both Kevin and me as SUMC's music staff. On occasion, I have the opportunity to actively and gratefully acknowledge this willingness on the part of you, the congregation, and also, of course, SPRC. So, a happy Thanksgiving it certainly is for me, and I hope for you as well. Anyway, please check back here every Friday afternoon if you like for more video hellos here on SUMC's Facebook page or on the new SUMC YouTube channel, Sudbury United Methodist Church 2501, which will also be where you can find our Sunday morning live stream starting on December 3rd. My email address will appear here momentarily. Please feel free to use it anytime, for any reason. And as always, if you need to get in touch with any church staff people for any reason, please do during normal business hours, because no matter how, no matter what, doing the work of the church together is the big thing. Keep in touch, keep the faith, stay connected.